Let's go. Where are we going to go? Let's try Christina from Pittsburgh again. I'm told that she has fixed her audio. Let's see if we can make the connection. Christina, are we now able to hear you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. We got it working.
Okay. I think I just forgot I had it on to push to talk the last time. That's why no one could hear me.
Push to talk is a travesty. I'm glad we fixed it.
Yeah. So I've been on your thing before. We talked about how I work at a very predominantly Republican sports bar.
Yes, of course. And you
And
mentioned
so,
that the MAGA people don't tip you very well.
yeah, I had actually a different case happen where they actually did tip me pretty well this past Friday.
Okay.
But that doesn't ever happen really.
Okay.
But I was super duper busy to begin with, and I was walking through, and that MAGA table. First off, I had no idea they were MAGA people because they were the nicest people I had ever met. The
All
nicest.
right.
Like usually, I can tell that like when they're MAGA people, they always have their little MAGA hats, and you can just tell.
Okay.
These people were the nicest people. So I'm walking through. I don't have time to really to like converse with them, but I hear them talking to another table,
Mm.
which I know that table is a MAGA table because they were regulars. And they said, and this is based off something Trump said. They said that if Trump's going to be a dictator for one day, they need to get rid of the Democratic Party completely
Hmm.
because the Democrats have no idea what they are doing, and that that there should be an age limit because Joe Biden is too old.
Right. Unless you make the age limit 79, it would also preclude Trump from being president. That's the
Yeah,
crazy thing.
and my boyfriend, like, he works at the same place as I do, and we're like, we really have to deal with this constantly.
Yeah.
But then as I'm walking by, they look at me and they're like, "Who are you voting for?" I said, "Do you really want to know who I'm voting for?
Yep.
Or if I tell you who I'm voting for, you're gonna go elsewhere?" And they're like, "Well, that's because you young kids are so clueless on anything." So my question is it possible for Trump to actually, on his day one of being a dictator, quote unquote, for him to actually remove a party like that?
No, 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 no. I mean, listen, I don't even know what it means to remove the Democratic Party, but in any sense of the word that I can understand, it's not something that he would be able to do. Now, so basically, you revealed to them that you would not be voting Trump, and they said, "Oh, you young people don't know what's going on." So then what was the rest of the conversation?
They just started saying how because I'm a Gen Zer, started saying that us Gen Z are the laziest group of people they ever met,
Huh.
and
They're
I was
saying this as you are working and bringing them their food and drinks, right?
yeah, as they are not working.
Right.
They were just sitting there literally drinking alcohol, and I literally was like, "Well, I work 2 jobs, and I go to college, and I live completely on my own and own my own car, and
Right.
still barely make enough money to live." And I said, "The reason that I'm voting for him," when they asked me, is I was like, "Because when I retire in my 60s, I don't wanna retire in my 70s, first off, like some of them plan to do. I would like to have some money in my pocket."
And what did they say?
They're like, "That's just bull crap. They're gonna take away our guns and the Democrats are gonna take that all away from us, and you're not gonna have anything."
Oh, man. You know, in the future,
Democrats are
Christina,
gonna
here's an idea for the next one of these because these happen all the time. I want you to tell them, hey, you know what? Go and look up the average stock market return when there's a Democrat in the White House versus a Republican. Go look up unemployment when it's a Democrat versus a Republican. Go look up GDP growth. Go look up jobs created. Every single one of those metrics does better under Democrats. Prove me wrong and come back here. See what they say.
and then I have a regular that comes in, and he is a Democrat, and constantly he'll pull things like that. He'll be like, "Do you have a brain?"
Mm,
And
right.
he just sits there and argues with them. He goes, "That's why he tells me I'm his favorite server because I'm the only one that votes Democratic."
Now, how does he tip?
He tips very, very well. Like,
All right. Glad to
come
hear
in,
it.
he gets 1 or 2 beers and then gives you $100.
Really? Wow. That's inspiring stuff. Well, listen, Christina, you're doing a great job. Say hi to your boyfriend for me and hope all is going well.
All right, I will. Thank you.
All right, there goes Christina from Pittsburgh, working hard, 2 jobs in school, dealing with MAGA lunatics. Wow. Really weaponized stuff, I think is the way that I would say it. Why don't we go next to Fahim from Florida? Fahim from Florida, welcome to the program. What is on your mind today? What sort of question can I answer for you? Fahim from Florida, you have to accept my invitation. You know, I'm not even going to give the 3 strikes and you're out. We just don't have time for this nonsense. Let's go next to James from Nevada. James, thank you so much for being a website member as well. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, David.
Hi.
I'm a relatively new listener, and I kind of have like a heavy question for you.
Please.
I'm a parent. You're a parent, correct?
That's true.
Okay. I recently, and I'm a little nervous, I don't have the details in front of me, but I recently read something very, very upsetting or nerve-wracking about climate change.
Yep.
And I'm wondering, as a parent yourself, and you're more informed, you're very thoughtful. Does that mean the fact that you are a parent, that you have hope, that there's a possibility we can turn things around?
Absolutely. I don't buy into these sort of anti-natalist arguments about there are problems in the world, and so we need to stop bringing any children into the world, which, of course, the natural conclusion of would be the dying out of humanity. I think that we do have the potential to solve the problems that we are facing. And the only way we're going to do it is by having children who might be the people that solve it. I think we are essentially conceding. We're just forfeiting. We're losing if we say, let's give up and not go any further. Now, do I worry that there are specific things that won't be solved by the time that they affect my daughter? And she may have to live with circumstances that in some ways aren't good or aren't what I would want. Absolutely. Yeah. But I think the way we even have a shot at getting some of these problems fixed is by bringing people into the world who might fix them.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay. That's comforting. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, James from Nevada. Great to hear from you. Very much appreciate it. And on that note, we will end for the day. Not the whole show, just the live calls part. We will take live calls again. The show continues. Then it's the bonus show. Make sure you check out the new children's book, Think Like a Voter, at davidpakman.com/book. Leave a review. Please leave a review. We need those reviews, folks. That I can tell you. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this.